Why are you not losing weight after exercising and dieting? It's because you are missing this one thing. And I'm going to share it with you on today's episode of Weight Loss for Women Over 40. So, welcome to Weight Loss for Women Over 40 podcast. I am your host, Nikki T, and I am so glad that you are here today. So, if you are new to the podcast, welcome. And I am the person to call when you want to lose weight for the last time. So, without dieting and without crazy shakes or insane workouts, it can be done. It can be uncomplicated. It can be, dare I say, simple to lose weight and to keep it off. Not only that, but you get to eat the foods that you love and still get the body you want. So it is totally possible. And if this sounds amazing to you, then book your call with me today and let's get started on losing weight and feeling great. Go to weightlossforwomenover40.net/call and book your call with me right now. Now, if you are not ready to work with me, you can go to my website and grab your free ebook called 5 Reasons Why You're Not Losing Weight Over 40. That link is weightlossforwomenover40.net/book. And don't worry if I'm talking too fast because the links are all in the show notes below or in the description wherever you're watching this. I also want you to know too, I don't know if you know this, but I have a workout app for women over 40. So if you want to go check that out, go head over to the website, weightlossforwomenover40.net/app, APP at the end, and go check that out. We have every month you get a different workout. They're fun, fast, effective, and they're easy to use. So if that interests you and you want some workouts, go head over there and check it out. All right, so let's dive into why you're not losing weight when you're exercising and dieting, okay? I started going to the gym when I was in high school, and I was probably, I don't know, 14, 15 years old, and my dad would take me, and my dad loves aerobics classes, and so we would go together. And I don't actually remember really touching any gym equipment or machines. We would just go to the aerobics classes and do them. And then ironically, after the aerobics classes, we would drive down the street, and this is to show you how old I am. We would go to Roy Rogers, and I would get a double bacon cheeseburger, right? Hear that correctly, double fries and a vanilla milkshake after the workout, right? I don't blame my dad. It was a very good bonding experience, but it's just funny that that was the post-workout meal that we had. So my next memory of going to the gym was when I attended Radford University down in Virginia, and we would work out, but like we really, again, I was a ballet dancer if you don't know that. And at Radford, that was my degree. I was a Bachelor of Fine Arts, right? So dance major. And I had no clue what to do. We just fiddled around, right? And then the next time I stepped into a gym was when I lived in Annapolis, Maryland. Years later, I was dancing with the ballet company, but I worked for a company called the Big Vanilla, and it's a gym. I believe it's in Severna Park. I don't quite remember. And I don't know if it's still there, but I thought it was funny because the Big Vanillas, their logo was a huge ice cream cone. This is for a gym, right? I have to find the owner and please explain to me why you had an ice cream cone. Maybe it's like, oh, I had the ice cream cone, you need to go work out. I don't know, but I would love to find out the marketing behind that. So, but I used to work the front desk and I had to open at 5 a.m. in the morning. And honestly, it's horrible to say, but I was never on time. I'm shocked they didn't fire me, but I was never on time. And there were always at least one person waiting out front, waiting for me to unlock the doors for them to get in, irritated that I was late again. So if you are listening and you are one of those people that had to wait, I am so sorry. I blame it on being a young, stupid individual and not, honoring the time to get there. But anyway, so sorry. And I get it now. I get why you'd want to be in and out 5 a.m., get your workout in, and then go to work. But so one of my good friends at the time, she's still a good friend, but she was a personal trainer at the Big Vanilla. And I was like, that is the coolest job ever, right? And I also remember one day deciding to go into the weight room, right? So I worked the front desk, still wasn't a personal trainer or anything, thought personal training was awesome. Still dancing, right? In the ballet world, it's kind of frowned upon to lift weights, but I remember going into that weight room one day and this The weight room back in the day was strictly where all the guys hung out, where they were lifting heavy weights. They were grunting and sweating and slamming weights and doing what guys do in the gym. A lot of testosterone in there, not saying anything against it, guys, but as a small female coming into that environment, it was very intimidating. And I distinctly remember the first day walking in, I had a baseball cap on and I had a Walkman. Yes, a Walkman with a cassette tape over my ears, playing music so loudly that I was trying to drown out the noise and any looks that I was getting. And I remember I walked in, I did get stared at for sure because there were not girls in there at the time, right? Some looks were inquisitive, some looks were very uninvited, but I was there ready to lift some weights. And I had tunnel vision going on and I only focused on what I wanted to do. I did what I did and I got out, right? And I felt so uncomfortable. I felt judged. I felt inferior. I felt clueless as to what I was doing. I felt less than. There was a time, and bear with me, there is a reason why I'm sharing all these personal moments back in the day. It will all tie together in a nice, pretty bow at the end. I also remember the first time that I was dancing as a teenager, and I was told that my thighs were too big to be a ballet dancer, right? I was a jumper. I needed those thighs in order to stay up in the air. I was a very good jumper, by the way. I also remember being told that I weighed too much at 115 pounds, 5'2", and that I needed to be smaller. And I remember being told that if I didn't drop weight, that a lead role in a huge ballet production, it would not be mine if I didn't drop weight. And they didn't care how I dropped the weight. I gotta add that in too, right? I remember standing in ballet class where the mirrors are everywhere, right? And looking at my huge thighs, and I have a bubble butt, and looking at my butt and thinking, how on earth can I get rid of them? And I remember thinking, if I'm not smaller, I'm not good enough. And I remember looking at other personal trainers when I became a trainer and started on my career that I love now, but thinking, I don't look like them. And I need to look like them for clients to want to come work with me. And I remember feeling uncomfortable in my own skin. I remember judging myself. I remember feeling inferior, feeling less than. And in my late 30s, I remember getting ready for a family party event, and everything I tried in my closet did not fit. It was too snug. And I remember asking my now ex-husband, how bad does this look? And I remember trying on a ton of clothes and nothing fit me the way I wanted it to be. And I remember curling up into a ball in the fetal position and sobbing and crying, ugly crying, because nothing fit me. It was one of the low points in my life. I've had quite a few, but it was a horrible feeling. I was uncomfortable in my body. I was judging myself. I felt like I wasn't good enough to go to the party if I can't look, quote unquote, good. I felt less than, and I felt like I'm not good enough. Like I need to be better. I need to look different. And the reason why I'm sharing these past experiences is why I do what I do. Like I don't ever, and I'm sure you've been there. That moment where I was on the floor crying, you might have been there at that point. Maybe not that exact scenario, but there's this lower than low. You feel like you're in this hole, this black hole of like, my body sucks. Why won't it listen to me? I suck because I can't do it. Like this just awful, awful spot. And I don't want anybody to ever have to go through that. And if you have gone through that, I'm telling you, there is a better way. And the reason why you are not losing weight after exercising and dieting is because you are so focused on micromanaging the food and beating yourself down in the workouts that you are missing this one very, very, very important thing. It's how you feel about yourself. Most women that come work with me, they want to change their body because they feel like something is wrong with them. exactly how I felt. I didn't feel like I was good enough. I didn't feel like I fit in, or I was the image that I wanted to portray, or whatever, right? I get it. The way I felt most of my life about my body, that it's not good enough, that I'm inferior, that I am less than because I haven't achieved this ideal that's in my head, and I'm not good enough because I don't look a certain way. But when clients come to me, they think I'm just going to give them a workout plan and a meal plan, a meal prep. But what they don't realize is it's not the workouts and it's not the food that needs the most tweaking. It's the way you think about yourself. So let me be clear. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you as you are right now. I don't care if you're 2 pounds overweight, 5 pounds overweight, 100 pounds overweight, or more. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not inept. You are not lazy, dumb, stupid, or any of the other names that you call yourself in your head. You just have some thoughts that are not serving you in getting you the body that you want. These thoughts are what's getting in your way of losing weight. This mindset stuff that I keep yammering on about is part of the secret sauce. It's like the first layer of sauce. The second layer, which is a big layer, is me coaching you. This is how I help my clients. They get coached. Together, we figure out why you're doing the things that you do or don't do. It's coming from up here in your mindset. Now, you've tried all the diets and forcing yourself to follow some version of torture. And what have been your results? Right? Even if you signed up for some quick fix thing, like the big thing right now is this injection, right? I don't know how many people I talk to that are regretting that they're doing this shot or have done this shot. I promise you, if it's that fast, you still need to manage your mind around it. Even people that sign up for weight loss surgery, like I always want them to see me first. They're not going to need the surgery after they see me, but see me first, because again, if you are navigating towards surgery or any kind of quick fix thing, it's something up here in your thoughts that are stopping you. Yes, you may have some weight to lose, okay? But choosing a diet or some sort of quick fix may give you temporary results, but it is not going to keep it off for good. And again, the people that I have seen that are keeping off the weight, that haven't worked with me, are in this obsessive circle of, I have to keep this up or else the weight's all going to come back. Like this constant vigilance of obsession about maintaining it. Again, it doesn't have to be like that for you. And it's not about replacing habits. That is one of my pet peeves. It's not about swapping habits. It's reprogramming the way you look at your life and you. Having gone through my own not good enough mind drama and now being on the other side, and again, this is why I love what I do, because no woman, no man, woman, child needs to go through all the berating of why you don't look a certain way or that you're not good enough. I am grateful to the bottom of my soul that I went through the things that I went through, because now I can help you. I've applied it to myself. I've applied it to clients. It works. And you don't need to continue to go through that pain and agony and just beratement. Again, it's like the dark hole. This is one of the foundational points that I work on with my clients. We find out what you think about yourself and your body. We talk about what's holding you back. And then the extra fun part is picking out what you want to think about yourself and your body. So you can end the horrible feelings of not good enough, feeling inferior, feeling less than, having tons of judgment and shame. Because once you figure out how your mind works and then how to get it to work for you so you get the results that you truly want, that is when weight loss gets super, super easy. That is when you get to define you. So if this seems a bit confusing, it's because you probably never thought like this before. Lord knows our generation was not taught to think of weight loss like this, right? Eat a half a Tic Tac a day and do tons of cardio, right? Eat like a rabbit, have yogurt and have salads and go do cardio, right? That was the motto of our generation. I'm 50, right? What are we, Gen X? That generation, right? And being shamed for when we ate cake or gained some weight. I get it. When I was in my headspace of my body is not good enough, I just thought I needed to buckle down, work out more, find a new diet, find a better workout, somehow create more willpower not to eat as much food, and somehow force myself to stick with it. But you can't lose the weight and keep it off for the rest of your life with that line of thinking. If you want to lose weight, you need to think differently than you currently are. So if you are ready to discover a whole other side to losing weight, one that you actually want to do and enjoy, I want to invite you to book a call with me. Go to weightlossforwomenover40.net/call. Working together, you are going to learn how to get started on feeling empowered, feeling more comfortable in your body, feeling validated, feeling you are enough. Actually, you're more than enough because you're all these things even before you lose the weight. So jump on a call with me. Again, weightlossforwomenover40.net/call. I can't tell you again how many clients thank me for changing their lives after they're done working with me. And again, I'm honored to say that out loud. It's very humbling, right? It's a lot of responsibility, I feel like, but it's very humbling and I love it. And I love that I'm honored that I get to pass that along to you. So that is a wrap for today's episode. Make sure you subscribe or follow wherever you're listening or watching this. And stay tuned for more episodes on losing weight without diets and beating yourself up. Have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon.